how was everything this evening? We saved the best to last, the wonderful Hennessy Cognac coffee-inspired creme brulee, so I hope everybody enjoys it. I and my team had a lot of fun putting this menu together. We really enjoyed doing these types of dinners, and hopefully we can do a little bit more. So thank you very much for coming and allowing us to serve this evening. Had a great time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed very much the third dish personally with the lamb, the tender lamb, and with our beautiful XO. I think I hope you agree with me. The balance between the two parts, was absolutely perfect, and enjoyed very much my palate. And thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, chef, and thank you, Mr. Jan Filiou, also, to make a so great XO Hennessy.
Of course. Thank you again.
So after the VS, after the VSOP, we had the XO Extra Oil. I recommend you, if you are cigar lover, to enjoy cigars with the Hennessy XO, and you can enjoy, both neat and with ice cube. That's a perfect, way to refresh and chill your palate when you are a little bit saturated by long Robusto cigars. Definitively, with our XO, that's fantastic. And also, as a dessert, you can enjoy the XO Hennessy due to its the fact that it's a little bit complex and rich. The dark chocolate is definitively, the good pairing that you can enjoy. So tonight the chef prepared a crème brûlée, which is a little bit light, and we have a surprise, for you, something which is totally exceptional with Hennessy. I'm always saying, a beautiful bird needs to sleep, into a beautiful nest, and this is totally the case, for this cognac that. Oh, sorry, it's so wavy and so beautiful. We have the great pleasure tonight to offer you one of the last born of Hennessy. We create what we call Hennessy Imperial. Why? I told you at the beginning that with Hennessy there is culture and there is heritage. Heritage is there with Paradis Imperial. This cognac has been created 4 years ago and be inspired by a story that Hennessy had in 1818, receiving from the Imperial Court of Russia an order of 2 barrels, 2 Svelte in fact, which were roughly 212 liters. And the request was, we would like the most light cognac that you have on your cellar. And so this is what Hennessy make, and it was really successful. In fact, Maria Feodorovna, who was an empress of the Imperial Court of Russia, would like to make a gift to her son, who was Alexander I Tsar. So it was, of course, a great honor for Hennessy. And Mr. Filiou, the head seller master blender, had talked of him to you. And Mr. Filiou would like to reviving this beautiful story in making a specific blend, which is when the tasting committees select the new spirits coming from eau de vie, you remember, coming from the wine growers and the distillers. Some eau de vie has and show a beautiful lightness, a beautiful delicatesse. And so those eau de vie, those batch, are immediately stored into very old barrels in order to keep their floral and the fruity notes. And just a few batches, well, when I'm saying a few, maybe 200 or 300 batches around that are allowed to be inside and put aside for long aging, just only on very old barrels. Old barrels means less tannin, less color. So you can raise your glass, you will see that this cognac, which is a blend of 100 different eau de vie, aged up 130 years old. 130 years old. They are purely Grand and Petit Champagne as well, and the youngest are 30, 35 years old. As the color, is a little bit pale. And when you smell this cognac with many care, because it's a great cognac, the lightest, the delicatesse, the floral and the fruity notes are very much dominated, putting aside definitively the spicy and the woody. The woody are just a little bit covering the floral and the fruity notes with a very delicate space, making this cognac and give this cognac a long-lasting and a very delicate lasting. This is, from Hennessy, something which is totally unusual. Which is not easy to make as well, because in the selection of eau de vie, you can find, only with this cognac, only one batches amongst 1,000 are selected to make, this great cognac. Amongst one eau de vie, amongst the 10,000, 1,000 are putting aside to make, this great cognac. And so, of course, the tasting committee monitor with a lot of care the barrels and the eau de vie which are there. So I hope that very much, you will enjoy this cognac, which pair for sure, with the crème brûlée, but the delicatesse, the finesse, the lightness is definitively the three words that you have to keep on your mind, because this is very much how you can describe, this great cognac. Something which is totally unusual, something out of the traditional cognac making, Hennessy Imperial. Thanks the Russian Imperial, in 1818 to inspire Mr. Filiou today, to make such a great cognac. Please enjoy.
Salut.